Okay, we're going to take, hey, this is Fee About Them Facts. I just finished watching OG Jacario view and perspective of this video from the owners of Mekeda's. I respect his vision and what he sees and how he breaks it down. So let's watch this and listen together.
And Pamela Hill sat down with me this afternoon as police search for two killers. The Hills tell me their first thoughts are with young Dolph's high school sweetheart and two surviving children.
Sadness.
Maurice and Pamela Hill are not okay.
It's kind of in a nightmare that you can't wake up from.
After their flagship bakery on Airways Boulevard became a murder scene.
Let's listen to this again.
Their flagship bakery on Airways Boulevard became a murder scene, where longtime customer young Dolph Thornton Jr. took his last breath.
All right, so boom. As we just heard, Dolph was a longtime customer of this cookie shop. So it shouldn't have been no kind of discrepancy on who he was, okay?
Where longtime customer young Dolph Thornton Jr. took his last breath.
All right, so boom. As we just heard, Dolph was a longtime customer of this cookie shop. So it shouldn't have been no kind of discrepancy on who he was, okay? So I have to put that out there because when they start telling this story, especially Maurice, he acts like he didn't even know Dolph. Let's check it out.
He's losing his life and my cookies, because he just felt comfortable coming there. And it's just been hard for me to just digest.
As usual, family members were running the store just after noon Wednesday when Dolph drove up in his camo Corvette. He didn't ask for his usual chocolate chip cookies and ice cream.
Then he got 2 lemon and 2 strawberry cookies. So they was really for his mother.
All right, so boom. When Dolph pulled up that day, that tend to make me think he didn't call no order in because he didn't get his usual, okay? So he pulls up at the spur of the moment, out the blue, to get 4 cookies for his mom. And how does she know that those 4 cookies was for his mother? So that tended to make me believe that him and this owner right here, they had a conversation. Him and her had a conversation, okay? So they had enough time to talk and do all these things while Dolph was there. Let's continue to listen.
Dolph.
Okay, so what they're saying is, or what she's saying is, she had a conversation with him before he was assassinated. Pretty much that's what she's saying. She talked to him. And he got the cookies for his mama, not for himself.
Dolph and another young man stood in the left corner of the store on their cell phones and never saw it coming. Maurice drove up to see his workers raising their heads from ducking bullets and the young man.
All right, so boom. Now, you mean to tell me Dolph and this young man is standing in the left corner of the store, right by each other, on their cell phones. They didn't see the ambush coming. So why is Dolph the only one hit if the young man was standing right there next to him in the same corner? If Dolph got hit over 20 times, why the young man did not get hit 1 time? Somebody please explain that to me. That's very suspicious.
And how did he return fire
carry on and we're gonna get the
if he never saw it coming?
He was just distraught. He was hysterical. He was punching on the window, and because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know there was a body laying there, and I thought, matter of fact, I thought he had shot the place up himself.
All right. So see, when Maurice started talking, something don't sound right. So when Maurice drove up, he said he drove up to his employees getting up from ducking bullets. So that means he drove up right after it happened. Okay? So you mean to tell me he said he don't know what happened? You ain't see these bullet holes in your establishment? You ain't know what was going on, so you didn't see Dolph's camouflage Corvette outside your cookie shop. So you didn't know Dolph was inside this building. Come on, brother.
Come on now.
Sound right. If Dolph been coming out all his life, You know what Dolph look like. You know what Dolph drive. So you don't know there's this Dolph laying on your establishment.
And you know the windows is out in the front.
Come on, brother.
And somebody's hand is hanging out the
you
window.
The young man.
That's what we saw.
Shot up your place.
Wow.
I thought he had shot it up. I didn't know what was going on. Come on, brother. Something about that's real suspicious, Maurice. That don't even sound right, man. You know who Dolph is. But we're going to continue to listen to you loud, brother.
Hill says just a year ago, young Dolph told him he wanted to tell the world about Mekeda's. The baker now feels an eerie and painful coincidence between what's happening now and the store's namesake, Mekeda.
Okay, so this is where it begins to sound really, really telling to the possibility of something else. I'm just going to say that for now. I'm going to let you listen. We're going to listen together. Hold on. Here we go. Let's go.
Coincidence between what's happening now and the store's namesake, Mekeda, his 6-year-old niece. She was a patient at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and died of leukemia.
She told my wife and her mother, she said, why these folks bring me all these presents? She said, they think I'm going to die. But she said, I'm not going anywhere, but don't tell them. And then, you know, for those words to come out of her mouth, that she's not going anywhere. And here we are, almost 23 years later, and they still calling her name.
Okay, boom. So right now, what you just heard Maurice said, you know, he's giving you the background on how the cookie shop got the name. It was named after the little girl who died of leukemia. And I kind of take that as like a predictive programming, because the way he was talking, like, you know, she ain't gone, she's still here. You know, 20 years later, you know, people still calling her name, saying her name like she ain't dead. Check it out.
He says this is not how he wanted Dolph to let the world know. Pamela, who shared the same July 27th birth date with the slain rapper, says she might not have been familiar with his music, but she felt akin to...
Still here. You know, 20 years later, you know, people still calling her name, saying her name like she ain't dead. Check it out.
He says this is not how he wanted Dolph to let the world know. Pamela, who shared
You know
the same
what?
July 27th birth date with the slain rapper, says she might not have been familiar with his music, but she felt akin to him as an entrepreneur and philanthropist.
WTF. Did you just hear that, people? So Pamela Hill and young Dolph shared the same birthday. Is that a coincidence? I don't believe a coincidence. Okay? And furthermore, how does she know he's a philanthropist? Is that a coincidence? I don't believe a coincidence. Okay? And furthermore, how does she know he's a philanthropist? Was Dolph giving these people donations? You know, so why did they throw the philanthropist part out there? Pay attention. Stay with me.
Just wanting to give, just wanting to change the whole world, you know, I feel that's what he felt.
She says now is the time to change, to end the killing of young black men.
All right, so boom. Now you just heard Pamela speak. Now my thing is this. She is real calm for somebody who was inside that cookie shop the same day a young man that she been knowing all his life that been coming up buying cookies died in her shop. She sound real calm. Something about that don't sit right with me. As an older black woman,
Change to end the killing of young black men.
all right, so boom. Now you just heard Pamela speak. Now my thing is this. She is real calm for somebody who was inside that cookie shop the same day a young man that she been knowing all his life that been coming up buying cookies died in her shop. She sound real calm. Something about that don't sit right with me. As an older black woman, you would think this woman would be distraught from what she would be traumatized from what she just experienced. Okay? And for her not to get hit one time with a bullet, okay? She didn't even get cut with a piece of glass. You know? And none of the other employees that have never came out and did a video and said, yeah, I was in the cookie shop when Dolph got killed. I got hit 1 or 2, 3 times. Nobody said that. Only person that got shot that day inside that cookie shop
Was Dolph.
Let's carry on. Finish this interview.
Losing his life, and from this tragedy, I think that there's something for all of us to do to get out of it. I think it's time for us to, I guess, stop talking.
All right, so boom, we at the end of the interview. Now we're going to chop it up about some things that seem real suspicious with this Dolph murder. Let's go back to what they say in the beginning. They said Dolph and the young man were standing in the left corner of the store.
Okay, so now it's time for us to really connect the dots. Put our ears to the TV and listen very, 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 very close, because we don't want to miss nothing.
Standing in the left corner of the store. So that means when she started that story off like that, she didn't tell the story from when Dolph ordered the cookies at the counter. That means this owner right here took Dolph's order for those 4 cookies. So how did she know that was for his mom? They must have had a conversation. He must have told her, oh, no, I don't want the usual today. I'm coming here to get my mom.
Was she the distraction?
You know, she just want 2 lemon and 2 strawberry. So they went to the left corner of the store, him and his homeboy, on their phones. That's when the shooters were getting out the car, walked up to the storefront and started shooting it up. Okay, so you mean to tell me out of all those 50 shots that witnesses say they heard, over 50 shots, only Dolph got hit and the boy was standing right there next to him? The woman who took his order, the owner right here, she didn't get shot? And it's also suspicious that she never said anything about a shooting. She never said that she seen Dolph get killed. She never said she seen the body. Maurice said he seen the body. Matter of fact, he said
he wasn't there.
I didn't know it was a body sitting there. I didn't know it was a body on the ground. That's what he said, people. So I find that very highly suspicious that she didn't get shot. Nobody else in the store got shot. The young man that was standing next to Dolph didn't get shot. Okay?
Only Dolph.
And then the news has footage of this young man that was with Dolph running outside with a getaway car. Where that picture come? Highly suspicious that she didn't get shot. Nobody else in the store got shot. The young man that was standing next to Dolph didn't get shot. Okay? And then the news has footage of this young man that was with Dolph running outside with a gun chasing the getaway car. Where that picture come from? Because Maurice said that the boy was inside banging on the glass. So how he get time to run out of the store and chase the getaway car? That don't sound right. See, as you analyze these things, you'll start putting 2 and 2 together, people. It's a hoax. And if it's not a hoax, which it sure seems like, this story just does not seem right. Why is it never a clear-cut case of what happened with these robbers? Why is it always a conspiracy? Why is it always a mystery? Why come the girl that was outside of the store who did the viral video who was saying that Dolph was dead, they got him, y'all, he dead, y'all, Dolph dead, right? How did she know that? Somebody, his arm was hanging out the window. How we know that was Dolph? Because that was his car that was outside the cookie shop, right?
What if his brother drove the car instead of get the cookies?
Automatically believe that was Dolph. That's how predictive programming works. Okay? This woman, Pamela, never said anything about her. That's how predictive programming works. Okay? This woman, Pamela, never said anything about her life was in danger. Maurice never said when he drove up, he was worried about if his wife got killed or got shot. He just said he didn't know what happened. I thought the young man had shot it up. Man, all this shit don't seem right, man. And one more side note before we get out of here. Something to put on your mind to think about. You mean to tell me out of all them people who had footage of Dolph being murdered that day of the crime scene, nobody actually got real footage, up close and personal footage of the crime scene? Why come we can't see Dolph's dead body laying in Mekeda's cookie shop on the floor? riddled with bullets. Why we can't see that? Why is it always
Okay. I'm going to say this, and I said this with the Mo3 case. Yes, I saw his arm hanging out the window, but I did not see no blood. I did not see his body riddled with holes. I heard that there is an autopsy. I heard, but I haven't seen it. And I totally agree. We hear things, but we don't actually see it. And this, again, I said it in another video, is beginning to sound very familiar. There is a familiar, it's familiar to Mo3. There are some things that are consistent with Mo3 leaving the rap scene. I don't know if this is the way Empire sets it up for rappers to leave the beef scene, to die out on top, to have these movies or stagings, but so social media is very quick to film everything, and whoever was in that in Mekeda's, somebody got real footage, real time, and if not, Mekeda's surveillance should be able to pinpoint that, and that's what I'm waiting to see. I'm gonna let y'all look at this again, look at it more than once, get a feel, write some pointers down, and let's talk about it. Let's get to the root. Let's find out what's really going on with young Dolph. Y'all have a great day.